Couldn't say I'm too keen on this. It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. She was Zack Gramarye's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnificent Gramarye's only daughter. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. That wasn't the key to Magnificent's power over you. Had to know what was. It was an accident! There's no proof, none at all. But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. Don't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Gramarye? The master, Magnific Gramarye, his only daughter, and his 2 disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident, but that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valen's tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly. Straight towards a beautiful body on stage, and then crash, zing pow. Into everything but her. Now that is magic. Happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And failed. But as for whose bullet stole Philoster's life, we shall never know the answer. Philoster disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft to his wife. Trucy lost her mother, Magnifi his daughter. And I take it that's why... And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Why did Magnific Gramarye try to cover the accident? His own daughter who died. All I can say is it was a critical time for Troop Gramarye, passing on the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Philoster's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death with a guillotine above our heads? Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Gramarye, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. Sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think. True. Ah. During that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently, the reporter. He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking around the dressing room during his research. But you happen to remember his name. What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. I see. His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes. Whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for your help. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Gramarye. I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The report you mentioned. The newsman. I never learned who that was at the time. But I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of a mint. That's lost thin thread connecting Zack Gramarye to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Present day Drew Studio. Well, we have it. Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets sex attorney in bar. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Mission was poisoned, and his daughters... Oh yes, I know. Oh, how I know it, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd track down case just a little quicker. End quote. Were you on the trail of the case this whole time? Zack Gramarye was a good friend. Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character, what a man. God damn, I'm doing it on my own accord. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. I'm not exactly that case. You mean the shooting of Magnifique Gramarye? No, before that. It's not widely known. You mean the accident during the quick draw shooting practice? My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite a scoop. Why at all? Money, fame, women, little puppy, all for me. I was younger then. My days and nights smelled fresher than they do now. Found Gramarye did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Gramarye at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it? Really? Then Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly at that. Magnifique wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, maybe you'll have it cut best. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy. Inquire. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalassa's husband, see? Zach Gramarye. Something strange was in the air over at Troop Gramarye in those days. The whole school mentor controlling disciples seen the star by then, I'm guessing. Thalassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me. Off the record. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. Anyway, kept fighting and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times. But over time, he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting this whole time. 7 years, eh? Waiting for his big comeback, of course. Big revival of the Magnificent Miracle. Of course, it was also true. Because of this. The fuck? The performance rights. The absence of any official documents was good. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both for Zach and Valant? So Valant waited until Zach died, legally at least. Time finally comes and Valant's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum. Now that our community's legal live day, it's gonna put a bit of a damp on the big show. Oh, that's why he flipped when Apollo showed him the evidence. He was a sorry one, as he found his Gramarye, lost out to his partner at work and in love too. Love? It's the same old story, really. 2 disciples, and the Meadow's only daughter. One has 3 sides, and all of them pointy, a love triangle. That'd be classic. When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school is born of drama, intrigue, and backstab. And in the middle of all of this, Thalassa has Trucy, and then she dies. We need to find out more about this Thalassa. What's tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the price. You know it really didn't win, though, don't you? Yes, a forged diary page. Now that I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known. What's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes. End quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, nothing's less. The journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out. End quote. Because you felt guilty? Why would I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too, journalist sure he's being watched. End quote. When you wonder why Zach Gramarye got rubbed out after 7 years, right after coming into contact with me, completely vanishes from that courtroom, and then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. And just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time. Maybe not just... maybe you were too. Me? Here we go again. Well, this is Blossom to the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I wanted to ask you. I've spoken to the press, I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. And then I realized I needed to hear from you. I have walked a difficult road in these past 7 years, because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire. Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who showed me on my way. Zach Gramarye. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gramarye murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. While he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of the press said. I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it was a vaudevillian distraction. And here must I stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnifi's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. I know I'll be seeing you sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping up on the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Magnifi's death. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I was much a part of a player in this. As much of a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I have endured. Now finally the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our truth within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. But right now I need answers. Think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. And what might that be? I see it bears a Gramarye seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles. What? Zach Gramarye, you wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Juicy enigma. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach is gone, vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Why does fate toy me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnifi. Yes, it was Zach. It was, and then he left. And my curious magician fell into darkness. Do you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Gramarye shot Magnifi, was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Hey! Asshole. I was friends with Zach Capital. He me a few times, 5 times. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Pronounced her Gramarye. Magnific Gramarye's only daughter. You think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? So, Philosopher married Zach and Trucy. Was her second marriage. You mean she was divorced? This one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a performer too. Apparently he died during some court. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. Yeah, I didn't know. Ah, but she was a beauty. So I carried a portrait photo of her around, you know. No intrusives, and she was a little thing too. She got a better deal, but she's got you for family. What do you mean? Just reminiscing. Philosopher has another child beside Trucy. What? But Trucy said she said she was an only child. Ah, yes, that's when she had her previous husband. Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during the performance? Yep, they had themselves another orphan now. That's another one who's lived with the facts. No idea where they are. Philosopher had another child. Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know. Won't need this lock anymore. I'll return it to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Don't you think? Just too busy wondering about bigger to listen to what you were saying about it. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it. Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I can, tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's my role anymore. Magnificent. I was just wondering what Magnificent would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen any Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? Was the same with Magnifi, and with his daughter, Thalassa. It's a strange thing. You think it's some Gramarye gene? Magnifi told me once, back when Zack moved Thalassa. He said Zack had good eyes. But not good like in Gramarye's eyes. Not that good. I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Gramarye secret was? Maybe nobody, now that Zack's gone. Zack Gramarye. The claw had finally begun to reveal itself. Sprouted from warping the Gramarye fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Gramarye's power. The power which passed from Magnifi Gramarye to Thalassa, to the next generation, would once again need to meet. The one who bridged it all together. The Gramarye secret. I have no more about his power juices. But you can... yeah... Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How do you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. I met when he joined us Grammys as a guest on our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. You say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are a Gramarye family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. What? So that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where her other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. That was easier than I expected. This strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Gramarye line. It runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Valessa once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension. No, tension. If you were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they try to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects. Objects. Wait, were they something she wore? Yes. Her bracelets. I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could a bracelet have? I made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it good. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two. Our brother and sister, yes. And the brother, too, has his power, yes. So Tracy has no other brother. Wonder what will come now. Mr. Wright, tonight after our game is done, I will return her alive to Titan. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the children when the time is right. I'm in your debt, once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how will this girl be so messed up? Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard it before. You say athletes can see moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It allows the ability to focus. And when we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of a face and the meaning that lies behind it. And therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may be distracted. So basically what you're saying is the Gramarys can see really well. What I am seeing is more than believing. It's knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come in focus for me too. Of course it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. Tell me about it. That's why I hate being short-sighted. Well, what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Tracy doesn't have any bracelets. We are talking about poker, yes? Timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Tracy herself has realized this. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy, said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to volleyball. So they're temperature sensitive or something. Yes, this is how they can shrink to the exact size when their wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension and others. When our Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. This tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute, they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles, oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With bracelet on, one can sense those contractions. Because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So in the person they're watching gets tense. Perfect time for my brain to shut down. The bracelet feels tight on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works. Simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough. That is all I know of things around me. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? Ah, I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I'll tell you that night. That night, my man on Magnific Gramarye passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters. This was Magnific's test. A test? His last years, Magnific Gramarye worked us to the boat, no, to the pig. But that night I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead. And this, it seems, was the correct answer. Take this, I give my heart to you, Zack. What? Just thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Ah, I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, I would have given Valent his chance. And if I had shot you in the forehead instead? Then it would be over. If your Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my heart with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Yeah. Yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack, and I'm sorry I've done which that was wrong my day. Seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be successful all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but there's not something we will ever know for sure now. Wonder, what is Valent up to these days? Waiting for you to die. 7 years passed like this, the performance rights go to him. Yeah, and now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know. What? You don't mean to tell me to put the blame for Almedo's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There are even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead? That night, Zack Gramarye was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler of secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted, this. His confession, to use as I saw fit. Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner and Valent's Gramarye. Yeah. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this. Yeah. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zack Gramarye wrote one more thing before passing on. But this is a confession in which he admits the killing of Magnifi Gramarye. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I'm the audience, believing in the deceptions I've wrought upon myself. Zack wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. Alakazung! You do know that this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion. Zack Gramarye killed no one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Two received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. That would be a logical conclusion, yes. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. Ha 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 ha! A staring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnific Gramarye in the forehead? If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to please, perchance? Do as you will, there is nothing left me now. 'Tis true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnifi's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valiant Gramarye did kill the great Magnifi. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it was not I who shot my mentor. What? But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There was another disciple, was there? Another disciple, such as, I don't know, Knack and Talent Gramarye, maybe? No wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valiant received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I suppose you figured it out by now. It wasn't Zack or Valiant who shot Magnifi. They had to be the only other person at the scene. Which means... Wait! You don't mean... Yes, the great Magnific Gramarye himself. So Magnific Gramarye committed suicide. You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him, but when I turned to make leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnific Gramarye? Yes, and this is what I knew what he had done. Magnific transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Gramarye, not me. I see. I guess I owe you an apology. At least for you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was in a way more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valiant Gramarye confessing something to me? What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There were no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon? Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifi, and I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room. Which was? IV fluid, of course. Seen it on an alien visit. Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnifi called me back. I'm sorry, Valiant. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still like the draw he has. Please help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnific Gramarye killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as that. And if he died, he found Zack was murdered. As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but... Yes, I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Long. Thank you. 'Tis I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in. My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. Zack Gramarye was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realise that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies, forget this matter. But I only hope that the day will come where I will again meet my partner, Zack Gramarye. Then I shall apologise for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Gramarye, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer. He is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a slip. And the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it would involve paying that man a visit. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment. My apologies, sir guard. There's something I need to see. There it is, the yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was the yellow envelope. I heard it was left on the crime scene. This is the last letter number Drew Misham wrote. Then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this truck winning spray finds anything. So this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It's this stamp, alright, no mistaking. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. The interviewer request came like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about it, so please release the spell you put on my daughter, and write later. Finally, decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar in jail? Gavin! I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? No. There are no known survivors of atrocity poisoning. But it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now. Right, wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. Forget I had it. Many thanks. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial.